Hey, what's up, losers? I'm trying a new technique where I insult you first thing in the video, so maybe, I don't know, I guess it's like negging. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it actually gets more people to come in and go like, hey, this guy called us losers. I better see what else he has to say. So, let's see if my viewer retention goes up or if it plummets after the first 5 seconds. Welcome back to One Piece. This is episode 605, 606, and 607. 3 episodes today, as always, on a Saturday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping into this one. Last thing that I remember, like off the top of my head, without even looking at my notes are face down on the side here, so I'm not cheating. Without looking at my notes, I remember the Zoro yelling at Luffy to get a grip, you know, like take this seriously. We need to do this properly. I really enjoyed that scene a lot. It still has stuck with me. So I really liked that, and I can't wait to see what else we're getting in these episodes. So let's not waste way too much time talking about it up top. Let's just jump into it. Make sure to support the video, the channel. Go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions and early access. That's an extra 20 or so episodes ahead on my Patreon account. You can also join the YouTube membership down below to get a week ahead of edited videos. That's really worth it as well, and you get so much extra stuff to support me. Okay, let's jump into it. Let's do it. This is One Piece, episode 605. One Piece. Woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. And if you're new to this channel, hi and welcome, and I hope you enjoy yourself. And I'm sorry I called you losers at the start of the video. Alright, that's the cube complete. Bye-bye. Is the title gonna be here? Oh, no. Oh, yes, there is the title there. Whoa, that was a long, like, build-up to the title. Jeez. I don't know what this episode is gonna be called. I need to watch an episode to get back into the swing of guessing the titles. Oh, things are about to go wrong for you, Caesar. Chopper. Sneak by. Look at Monet and her smile. Oh, I think Monet noticed Chopper, but I don't know if she'd snitch. My guess is still it was Monet, but that's priority number 1. They did like a quick Scooby-Doo moment. Where the fuck are you? One Piece loves its like maps like that, which I think is kind of cool. Oh, he can draw with gas. That's cool. Shit. He doesn't care about that, but he's gonna pretend to. He didn't pretend to care. Yeah, well, you're going up against Smoker, right? Oh. What the fuck? Machete? Machete? Yeah, I mean, you can't send losers after Luffy. You gotta send your big guns after him. Or like a small gap that he can get stuck in. Those are the 2 things you can send. Or like meat in a hole. Oh, that's sick. Shit, man. That's so cool. Lord seems pretty pissed. But he's not in any rush. Oh, the three swordsmen, hell yeah. The three amigos. Oh, I like how you can tell whose slash it is just by the effects coming off the sword. Awesome. Well, yeah, it's easy for you, Nami. you're just sitting there. Oh. Why? I don't know if that's cute. Oh. Oh. I'm excited about this. Oh my gosh. We're finally gonna get some more Tashigi Zoro content. They're gonna kiss right here and now. Oh. Okay. Well, she knows there's more important things right now. Yep. That guy have a flower on his hat? I liked that. That door closes slowly. Jesus. Oh my god. That's fucking awesome. Aww. She was like very proud of her mission. Well, he was betrayed first. Oh my god. This is gonna be fucked. Yep, here it comes. Shit. You guys need to outrun it again. I mean, I've said it for ages. Brownbeard doesn't look that fast. What's she doing? Is she gonna, like, cut the smoke? You know, like, separate it and give them some time? Oh, no! Oh, fuck. Dr. Stone, motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh! Jeez, careful with your tail. Okay. That's my question. Why'd she tell you to go ahead if she... Oh. They're making sure you survive. I like that they're saving her by force. Oh my god. Oh. She is absolutely prepared to sacrifice herself for her men. Oh, and for Smoker's orders. Yeah, we don't care about our colleagues. Who gives a fuck? You're the cutest one here. Oh. Aww. What good guys. Oh, poor Tashigi. Yeah, well, maybe you should have had a faster door, honestly. God damn. Okay, that was an alright episode. Although I did really like the end of that episode. That was very good. So yeah, it was, you know, like most of the episode was them like going through a door. That was what the episode was. But I did like the Tashigi moments are so good. Because I love her. I really love her character. I've talked about it in previous videos why I love her character, and how much I love her. She's really good. I love her sense of responsibility and that she does all this shit like in like the right way, you know, like she's the hero of her own series in a way. In a series where we're following a group of pirates, like she is doing things the right way that she could be considered, you know, the good guy in all of this. Like she's just very honorable. She's like she has a lot to learn and a lot of places to go. Like a huge potential character arc in store for her and training in store for her, but also is just like such of pure heart, but also determined, you know, and because like of that is kind of stubborn, which I think is just, all of those are really good traits for a character to have, and I like her a lot. But like what that does at the same time is it builds respect among your crew. Like when you treat them with the respect that Tashigi treats people with, like she gives everyone respect, and she cares about her crew, and she thinks about their well-being with everything she does. When you give people that much respect, they love you for it. That's how to lead. She knows how to lead people, and I really appreciate. I think Smoker and Tashigi are so good at that. Like they know how to lead, because Smoker leads with like in a lot more of a firm way, but I also truly do believe that Smoker cares about his crew as well, and he cares about the people that are on his ship, and he will do so much to protect them and to put himself on the front lines instead of them. So he is great for this as well. But Tashigi also like takes care of their emotional needs, and also like both Smoker and Tashigi have a huge sense of pride, but Tashigi's pride is all about doing it the right way, whereas Smoker's pride is about what's the, I don't know, like what's the way that will make me feel the best about myself, and Tashigi's like what's the way that will get the best result in the most fair way possible, I guess, if I had to try to define what both of their styles were. Because we saw, you know, Smoker didn't want to give up his pride by working with Straw Hats and all of that, but Tashigi did, because they have different senses of pride. But you can see in this episode she does have her own sense of that, because otherwise she wouldn't be doing this and be so committed to it that she basically was going to let herself die out there just to help the smallest amount of people in. Like she maybe would have been able to get one more person in, I feel like, if she stayed there, maybe. But I don't know how much she really could have done, like pull them a bit through or push them through at the last second. Like her being there was such a minor thing. It would have achieved so little. But it's not about that. It's about the principle of it. Like, how is it fair for me, their commanding officer, to be allowed to go through this door to my safety before I assure that all my men are through? So I really appreciate that about her. I like it a lot. She's great. She's really good. But I like that because she's so good to her men are good back to her, and they throw her through the door and don't allow her to go and save any more people, because they know she's just going to get herself killed, and they want her to stay by their side. So that was really great. And then we got like the smallest bit of a Tashigi Zoro moment, like a very, very small one. But I like how that was also just, she was like, just go on. Like, it, you know, she didn't stop to argue, because there were more important things to do at that time. And like Zoro was like starting shit, you know, like immediately called her copycat and stuff. So he was starting shit, and she didn't take the bait. She just said, just go, just move. So I really like that. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 606. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. One. 激闘を乗り越えたこの滑る世界最強の歌一にはこの島を支配するシーザークラウンにしかしシーザーは And that is the cube complete. Okay. I'm looking away, and this episode is called Smoker vs. Vergo Begins, a battle of the ages. I doubt Vergo and Smoker get to each other in this episode, but there's so many people on him. Since when was I a taxi? Everyone just doesn't want to run. Robin, would you like my coat, milady? They're just ignoring him. The way the samurai like leaned over like he wanted to know if he had anything as well. It's very funny. It was subtle comedy. Tashigi, don't despair too much. You need to stay focused. There's a lot to do. You gotta do it for them. Oh, good job. What the fuck? What is that? Oh, it's the dragon? Is he not sedated anymore? Well, this sucks. We just brought an enemy in here for no reason. Yeah, well, there were two, right? Damn! It's evasive. And can fucking bite through steel? Jesus. Oh? Oh. Shit. Everyone's cheering because they're like, yeah, Vergo's here. But Tashigi knows. And he's got a spoon on him. That's how you know he's serious. Oh, good voice acting. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god, he's just finger pistoling everyone. Ooh, a flashback. Yes, what is that? Is that Dango on his cheek? Oh my god. His younger sister. Oh my god, he's just murdering people. This is fucked. Oh, he disciplines people, and he seems like a man of the people. So Tashigi would have trusted him, because he listened to the people, seemingly. Oh, now he's got one Dango left. Damn. Damn. Fucked up. Oh, Tashigi, don't die to this guy. Don't let anything happen to you. Oh my god. Oh. I just want Tashigi to get some wins, please. Can she win a fight? Makes sense that they think this. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Yeah, come on. I want Smoker to show up. And I want him to fuck Vergo up. Don't touch Tashigi. Don't you finger pistol her. Luckily I added the word pistol in there. Oh! 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 Sanji's here! Oh! That's almost better, I feel like. No way Sanji's letting shit happen to her. Oh, this is good. Yes! Oh, and this is gonna help our street cred with Tashigi and shit. And maybe the rest of G5. A woman in trouble. This is the simping I 100% agree with. Don't cut away! I'm craving Sanji content now, suddenly. Fuck. Oh, now we gotta deal with the fucking dragon. I mean, he's angrier now. Yeah. That's probably why they sedated him. Yep. Oh. Oh, he's... Wait, so he's better than the first one we faced? I thought he would have been an inferior version. But it's the other way around. Okay. He's skipping the stairs. Can you give me a ride, Smoker? Oh, Vergo's back there. Yeah, of course Smoker wouldn't know that. Shit. Oh. Oh. Mocha. Or Mocha is what they call her. But I don't know if that's just a Japanese pronunciation and I should call her Mocha. God damn. Oh. Yes, come on, Chopper. You gotta save her. Yes! Okay, Chopper, you have to kill the 3 minions and then you can... Yes! Oh! Yeah, fuck him up. Good shit. No, he's not a snake. He's not a snake. He's a fluffy boy. At least Chopper's accepted that he's a monster. Because that could have really traumatized Chopper early One Piece. Yeah, just put it in her ankle or something. Be careful. How are you even getting through that thick hair? Is it working? Oh. Oh. Good. Damn, I thought the sedatives would knock her out, but it like brings her lucid again. So that's cool. Oh, it's scary her going back to the biscuit room though. Like just leading you there, but then she's going back there, and then like what if she just wants to stay there because there's candies there and she starts to have withdrawals again? Ah! That should have been your plan from the start. Oh, right. That's why it isn't. Oh, he's gonna betray Vergo? Oh. Oh, right, because they took a shortcut, so they got there first. I see. Oh, man, I bet you they still break through that. It's, not good for you. Oh, I like the I just realized the line of fire behind Luffy from him running to catch up. Give him a second. Oh. I like this team up. Vergo's not here, but Caesar is. Oh, we're just getting into it, huh? Oh! We're just getting into it, huh? Oh, this is great. Oh, lots of good stuff this episode. Like, this episode properly set up a lot of the stuff that I have been, well, like, it set up scenes that I'm actually now excited for. Like, I wanted to see Vergo start doing stuff, so that's cool. I wanted to see Sanji do stuff and like Sanji have a cool moment again. I mean, as I've said, he's been pretty cool for a while now. He's been pretty cool since the end of Fishman Island. But But it's just exciting whenever I see him do cool stuff like this, and him like, you know, jumping in to save Tashigi is great. And then the Mocha Chopper stuff I like. I'm just gonna call her Mocha. It's probably like, look, it's probably pronounced Mocha because they say that in Japanese. The only reason I'm like, because Mocha is how you say the drink, I'm pretty sure. I guess I don't drink it, so I don't really know for sure, but I'm pretty sure you call the drink Mocha. Or a mocha, I guess, maybe. But then, like, you know, in the Japanese, I think I heard them say mocha, right? But then at the same time, like, sometimes Japanese pronunciations are like very different from English pronunciations, but they're both going off of the same word. So I just tend to use English pronunciation. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll know who I'm talking about. If I say it, I don't want to hear any fucking complaints, losers. So anyway, the mocha and Chopper stuff is nice because I like that Chopper's actually being able to help the kids right now, and I'm very attached to Mocha, and I like I like him and her talking just because she seems like one of the smarter ones of those kids, or like I think she's the most level-headed of all of them because she has a good combination of like experience being there, like she's been there for some of the longest, it feels like, because she's one of the biggest kids, but at the same time she's like smart and empathetic enough to like not let the withdrawals completely control her. Like a lot of the times when the kids were going crazy from withdrawals and stuff, from memory, I don't think she was throwing punches and shit. She was still going wild, but I don't think she was going like violently wild compared to the, I forgot what his name is, but the blonde one, who he was like going fucking crazy and like beating the shit out of people because he was having withdrawals. But I like that she's more level-headed with it. So because of that, I like her talking to Chopper about this because he sort of gets to educate her while this is happening as well, which I appreciate. And then we have Luffy and Caesar Clown fighting now. So between like the Caesar Clown fight, the Sanji and Vergo scene, the Chopper and Mocha stuff, like between all of that, there's exciting shit going on. The other stuff is the Straw Hats versus the Dragon. I don't really care about that. It's the same feeling that I had at the start of the I almost called this Thriller Bark. This isn't Thriller Bark. Although someone made a good point in my comments that the way this is set up, it does feel similar to the way Thriller Bark is set up, but this is with like mythical creatures, where Thriller Bark's with like horror tropes. And I do think that's very true. And that's kind of why I feel like in my head, I'm associating this as like a Thriller Bark 2.0 type thing. Because similarly, I do think Caesar Clown reminds me of Gecko Moria. I don't mean that as an insult, because that sounds like an insult. And similarly, I think Smiley and Oars are very similar, right? You know, you have this big, monstrous, this big monster, essentially, that the main character is, like, puppeting. Or the main villain, rather, is puppeting, you know? So, there are definitely a lot of similarities from this to Thriller Bark. I think this is an upgraded Thriller Bark. I think like this took everything about Thriller Bark and it put a fresh coat of paint on it and made it feel better, to me at least. Like I like mythical creatures as a theming more than I like horror stuff as a theming, I think. I like Caesar Clown more than I like Gecko Moria, definitely. And I think, I don't know, I guess Smiley and Oars maybe are on the same level for me. Maybe I liked Oars more, I don't know. I feel like I liked Oars, I just feel like Oars also overstayed his welcome a little bit. So maybe I'm very torn on it, like what I prefer. If Oars got like a little bit fewer episodes, I guess, excuse me, gosh. It depends how this ends, but I don't know if we have any more Smiley anymore, you know, because like now it's just the gas. Like I don't think Smiley matters anymore. I don't think Smiley's really a thing anymore. So I think Like, we may just never see Smiley again, and then, like, if that happens, I'm happy with Smiley. Like, he stayed around for the perfect amount of time to be intimidating, and he's still present in being gas going around. What else was I saying? I went so deep into the rabbit hole that now I'm, like, in Wonderland. I'm trapped. Anyway, let me start fresh. I'll look at a note and I'll continue discussing from the note. Caesar Clown might betray Vergo. That seems like a bad idea. Like, he's stabbing everyone in the back, and he does, like, he basically, his idea is he's gonna, like, use everyone until he feels like he has something that, like, supersedes their usefulness. In this case, it's like, oh, I want to get rid of these straw hats. Then I'm gonna do this thing. Oh, it gets Vergo killed. I don't really care. I don't need that anymore. You know, it's the equivalent of in chess. You know, he's like, he's tossing up between, do I use the bishop to take their castle? If I do, they're gonna take my bishop. Do I need the bishop anymore? Like, is taking their castle worth it? He basically thinks of it like that constantly. But he's like, he's playing the entire game sacrificing pieces. And look, I'm not a pro chess player. I'm like, I would say completely average at chess. Like, just, if you take 1,000 random people, I'm gonna be like right in the middle. But I'm pretty sure that just going for sacrifice plays the entire game is not a good strategy. Like, if you're constantly trading, I feel like that's not a good strategy at all. So I think that is going to come and bite Caesar in the ass, or the gas. Is that a good joke? I don't think so. I tried to say it was gas, but with ass. If I said ass, it would bite him in the ass. Oh no, it would bite him in the gas. That's kind of better. It's because I said ass that it fucked it up. Anyway, so that doesn't sound like a good idea. But yeah, as I said, the Sanji coming to Tashigi's rescue, perfect. I can't wait to see what they do there. I'm excited to see, like, if, well, because I don't know if Sanji can beat Vergo. It's hard to say. Because I kind of don't know what Vergo's power level is right now, and I don't fully know what Sanji's potential is. Like, Sanji's incredibly powerful, incredibly strong. I think he's strong enough to be able to handle this, but I don't know. I guess it depends if Vergo's going to whip out something crazy. Like, I wonder if you compared Vergo with, like, the CP9 members where he would stand, you know? Like, that would give me a good idea of it, because he was using, like, finger pistol, and it looks like he was also using iron body and stuff, so I imagine he's probably got all of the powers. So maybe he's Lucci level? Like, it's possible, like, maybe Lucci pre-transformation? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Power scaling doesn't really matter. But sometimes I like to try to think about it just to see, like, do I think Sanji could win this? Like, honestly, I do think he can win it, but I think my biggest hang up is, if he wins it, what is Smoker gonna do? You know, from a writing perspective, what is Smoker gonna do? He can just help Luffy with this Caesar fight, and that would be great, except they had that conversation where Luffy specifically told him, don't fuck with my guy. And I think Smoker knows and understands and sympathizes with that, because he also said to Luffy, don't fuck with my guy. I'm going after Vergo, don't touch him. So I feel like he's not going to touch Caesar unless things get extremely dire. So I feel like Sanji's got to lose so that Smoker can come in and save the day or something. Or like Vergo goes then after Smoker, and I don't know. I have no idea, but I have confidence in Sanji. I'm going to say he's going to win. I think he's going to win. So let's move on to the next episode, and the final episode we're doing in this video. This is episode 607. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that is the cube complete. Let's try to do the second cube and see if we can. Sometimes I try to do 2 cubes on this channel, and if I complete 2 cubes in the recap, that's called a 2-cube cap. And it means the recap has gone on for far too long. Alright, that's a cube complete, which means that's a 2-cube cap, which means that was an exceptionally long recap, and it's still going. Okay, I'm gonna guess this episode's called A Battle of Manliness, Sanji vs. Vergo. But you know what? It might be a Luffy vs. Caesar Clown type deal. Yeah. He's not here. There are security cameras in there, right? That's what they were watching. His team's coming at him. Now, Vergo's eventually just going to take all the oxygen. Whoa, that was cool. Out of the air, right? Oh. Oh. Yep, there we go. He took the oxygen out. Now, do you have a plan for this, Luffy? Surely you do. I trust Luffy. King of rematches. Yeah, if you go near where the fire is, there's still oxygen. He knows the distance of that attack. Interesting. Nice. Second gear, that's always good. He just needs to take deep breaths, then go in and beat him up. Oh shit, that's cool. This is a cool battle, I like this. As soon as it comes in. Shouting out your attack names might not be good when you can't breathe. Oh! Oh, cool. That's a really cool start to their fight. I like that. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, this episode's going off. I mean, I say that after they kick each other's legs twice, but I'm anticipating it going off. Yes! Oh, yeah! Oh, we only get a taste of that? I don't need the dragon fight! Do something, Zoro. In front of sad manufacturing room. Oh. Whose clacking heels is that? Oh, it's Law. And he's fucking pissed. Oh. Yep, take a deep breath. Good. I really like this battle. It's creative and visually fun. Ora, ora! Oh, nice. And I like that Luffy's getting some hits in and they always look like they hurt. You're cheating! Monet, are you gonna do anything? Monet has continued to not do anything this arc and I still love her. Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah, get out of here. Oh Jesus, they're already opening it. Go, go, go. It's just made out of stronger stuff. Oh! Oh, shit! He's fucking strong. Oh! I like his limberness. Well, if you get out of there, because Vergo's surely not immune to the poison. Oh shit. That's Haki. Man, this episode's full of action. I love it. Shit, man. I'll let you go. Oh! He's gone back to doing the second gear pose. He stopped doing it for a while and now he's back to it. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. You take a deep breath and go for it. Nice! Stretch your head back to set up your attack and to breathe. That's awesome. What a good plan. Oh. Whoa, she did something. She did something. Holy shit. What is it? The snow fruit or something? Oh my gosh. You were about to get fucked up, Caesar. You were about to lose. Oh. Oh. This factory and its slow doors. At least this one isn't quite as slow as the other ones. Once he opens that box, it's like Pandora's box. Oh my gosh. Yes, he is. Look at that smile. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it sad room. And hopefully I remember what that means if I look back on those notes in the future. So, Lord specifically became a warlord for this. For this room, whatever's here. Which I don't think they've revealed what's actually in this room and what he's doing. But it's like, apparently it's going to ruin the new world. That sounds bad. That, like, I wonder, is this something that's gonna be like, oh, this is devastating for the Marines and like whatever, or is this like, this is devastating for everyone? But like, what? I don't know what Law's goals are. This is the thing. We really know so little about his character overall that I don't know what he's going for. I don't know what he's trying to do. But so far, super interesting. This episode was awesome, by the way. I loved this episode. This was one of my favorites of the arc so far. Maybe my favorite of the arc so far, because it just, like, all of the stuff that was going on was super engaging and awesome. I really liked that Luffy and Caesar fight. That was great, because it was, like, fun and creative, and the battle was, like, visually interesting. I love the concept of, like, there's all the flames that he's constantly putting out, and he's, like, surrounding him with flames. But then you can also visually see, and this is really creative and great, you can visually see when Caesar is using his take away the air move, because it snuffs all the flames out in that area. And that's, like, that's kind of the most creative way I've seen being like showing an invisible move. I'm trying to think of if there's any other piece of media that I've seen creatively show an invisible move like that. And I struggle. I struggle to think of one off the top of my head. I think that's really, really cool. And so like that on its own makes the battle awesome. But on top of that, I like that it's a battle that feels like it makes sense. Like I like, when I was going into this, I always wonder like how the villain is going to match up. Like what would Oda want to do with whatever villain we're coming across? Because right now we're at a point in the show where we had that time skip. So our characters have to be stronger. So because our characters are much stronger, what kind of villains do you put them against? If you put them against villains that are so much like that, you know, like if the difference between like Straw Hats and the villains before was that much, if you move the Straw Hats up to here, but then you just move the villains the same amount, then it might feel like the time skip didn't make any difference. So maybe you don't do that. But then if you have like the villains here and the Straw Hats here, right? And then time skip happens and the Straw Hats just move up to here and the villains don't really move. Is it boring? You know, like is it no longer interesting anymore? Do you do some villains which are now below them, some villains which are now a bit above, and some villains which are up here? That's kind of what I think they're doing. But here's the thing about it. Like this battle, I think Luffy is stronger than Caesar. And I'm pretty confident in that. Same with Haughty, right? I felt Luffy was stronger than Haughty, like significantly stronger than Haughty. And all the Straw Hats were significantly stronger than their counterparts. But that wasn't the point of the arc. That wasn't the problems that were happening, you know? Like, the dangers in that arc were like the arc, the actual, like, Noah falling on things and racism and like, you know, these problems that you can't just solve with their strength alone, you know. And in this one, I think the battle with Caesar was good because Luffy is stronger than Caesar but has to overcome like the puzzle of fighting him, which I think is really fun. When you're fighting scenes, and this is something that actually Brandon Sanderson talked about at some point, who, if you don't know, Brandon Sanderson's a writer. He writes the Mistborn books. This is a Mistborn book. And he writes the Stormlight Archives and a bunch of other books. And he's a great writer, but he's also a very popular writer. So if you read fantasy, you've almost definitely heard of him because like right now he's one of the biggest fantasy authors. I'm not a huge reader, but I do read some Brandon Sanderson books. I've read all the Mistborn books up to this one. I haven't read this one or the later ones yet, but all of them up to this one. And then I've read the first part of the first book of the Stormlight Archives, which is this book. I've read this whole thing of the Stormlight Archives, but I haven't. I'm waiting for part 2 to arrive before I read that because I don't have it yet. So anyway, point of me saying that is Brandon Sanderson also has a podcast called Intentionally Blank or something. It's something along those lines. And on that podcast once, because I listened to it here and there, he talked about fight scenes. Actually, funnily enough, I think he was talking about the One Piece live action. Because he had watched a few episodes of the One Piece live action and he was talking about it. And I think he ended up, like, he doesn't know anything about One Piece or doesn't know much about it, but he said he quite liked the live action. He found it charming, and the guy he does a podcast with didn't really like it very much, but they were talking about it. And I think one of the things that he said he liked was that the fight scenes felt like puzzles. And that is also how he tries to write his fight scenes when he's writing, is like you're writing the fight scene as if there is a puzzle to be solved in this scene. That's how you're going to win the battle, you know? You have to be able to find the final piece of this puzzle. And that's what this battle was like for me. Like, Luffy, if it's just pure strength, Luffy wins. You know, if they were just punching each other, Luffy destroys Caesar in this battle. The difficulty is there's a puzzle here in Caesar can get rid of the air, you know? And so, like, Luffy has to figure out a way to defeat him without oxygen. And that's where the difficulty lies. And Luffy was getting more and more creative with it. I really loved the idea of doing, like, Gum Gum Bell type thing, where he stretches his neck back, but he's stretching it not only to charge up his move like he normally does, but also to get it out of the range so he can take the deep breath. And that's such a great idea. It's something that only Luffy can do, but a great way to counter having no oxygen there. So that was very cool. And the fact that we basically saw that Luffy was going to win if Monet didn't step in is awesome. I don't know. I wonder what Monet is going to do. Like, I mean, she kind of said what her end game is here. Like, she's just working for Joker. She wants Joker to, you know, Doflamingo to be happy with her. And it seems like if you kill Caesar, then he's not going to be happy. And so that's where she draws the line. So she wasn't stepping in until the moment she was like, oh, this dude's going to get himself killed. Okay, I'll step in now. But that does also kind of confirm that Luffy was going to kill Caesar in that moment, because Monet standing outside, she's a smart woman from what we've seen, and she seems extremely observant. She was watching and she was like, okay, I have to step in now, which I think tells us that Luffy wins the battle right as soon as she steps in. But yeah, anyway, great episode to end this video off. I can't wait for next video. So that was episode 607 of One Piece. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. My Patreon account has the full-length reactions and early access. You can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now. Which means you could be coming to the end of the arc on there. And you can also go to my YouTube membership down below and get a week early on this YouTube channel of edited videos. So go check that out as well. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.